Good evening. This is Rahul Magan here as Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Singapore. Operationally, we are a multinational hedge fund who have positions in US, Europe, and Asia. Apart from that, we have positions in currencies and commodities. But like I repeated many times, we are a prop fund, which means no third party. Whether you are a venture capitalist, you are a private equity, you are a venture debt, can take the money or invest the money in our fund. So whatever positions which we are taking, this positions is backed up by our own capital. And we would continue to have a prop model. We won't list our fund on any index, any country, or wherever. It would continue to be a prop model. Slowly and steadily, things are coming where I want people. But unfortunately, the issue is thousands of people are paying the price for what they're not done. Effectively, you're not done anything, but you are paying the price of that. And the credit has to go to the corrupt and compromised media who still is reluctant to share this information. But we are not compromised and paid media. So we are definitely not at all reluctant to share this information. This is a 2-page information which I downloaded today from the internet. As you are aware that I spend majority of my time in doing the research. And while doing the research, I keep taking up printouts from the internet, study them, research them, and then make the videos. Yeah, that's a separate thing that sometimes it does take some time. When you take a printout, you need to study them, you need to collect more facts. So sometimes it takes time. So the title of this article, which is published today, is "The Worst for Indian Startups is Yet to Come. Be prepared for layoffs, unicorn slowdown, and startup shutdowns in 2022. I think this is a very right title given by the author. Guys, in the last 4 months of 2022, which means till April, around 8,200, roughly 8,200 jobs being cut by the Indian startups, which includes Better.com 3,000, Ola 2,100, Unacademy 925, Vedantu 624, Cars 24 600, Trell 300, Lido Learning 200. I have deep reservation on this number because I think this number is little down, maybe by mistake. Because I have seen at various places that Lido fired around 1,000 people. So this number I have little bit reservation. Furlance 200, Misho 150, OK Credit 40. In totality, in the last 4 months, the Indian startups cut around 8,139, which is very closer to 8,200 jobs. And the names which I mentioned, which include Better.com, which includes Ola, Unacademy, Vedantu, Cars 24, Trell, Lido Learning, Furlance, Misho, OK Credit, they all are big names. we have no idea about the small startups because there is no information which is available about the small startups. I would like to have more information. According to the latest report by IVCA EV, Indian startups raised 1.6 billion in April 2022. So in April 2022, Indian startup raised 1.6 billion. This is almost half of the capital raised by the same ecosystem in April 2021. So which practically means if I compare Y to Y, then the capital which we have taken is roughly 50% what? To make the matter worse, no company entered the unicorn club last month, whereas April 2021 had flagged off the momentum of unicorn creation last year. So in April 2021, which is 1 year, 8 companies turned out to be a unicorn. That's a separate thing, that the unicorn definition is fake because unicorn definition is based on a valuation. It is not based on the profit. But still, if I take this definition, then April 2021, the total unicorns is 8. April 2022, it is 0, which is a significant concern. To conclude, I would like to warn the Indian ecosystem that very soon the Indian startup ecosystem will collapse. Now, I again repeat, by Indian startup ecosystem, I do not mean the profitable companies, just like Zerodha. Zerodha is a profitable company, and I'm always happy that at least somebody made a company who is profitable. I'm not talking about myself and my company, I'm talking about Zerodha. At least he made a profitable company. So we still have few profitable companies. But those who are extensive loss-making companies, just like we have saw Paytm, we saw Ola, we saw Swiggy, we saw Zomato, we saw Policy Bazaar, and many such companies, they would be in a big trouble very soon. The reason is the funding is drying up. We have seen that the SoftBank Vision Fund lost not less than 27 billion US dollars. The worst thing which I would like to point here is, and I'm sure that people don't like that, which is if 8,200 approximately jobs being cut in the last 4 months, and if the trend go worse from here, and the probability of trend going worse is high because the funding is getting dry, in that eventuality, it would trigger a big mess off in the system. It would trigger rather a huge mess off in the system. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be explaining this mess off. Maybe millions, I repeat, millions of jobs would be at stake. Millions of jobs would be at stake. This is something which we need to learn, and this is something which we need to understand very well. Now these reports are coming. Now let me have another paragraph. According to media report, e-commerce company Meesho has been trying to close another funding round at a valuation of 8 billion, but no investor is willing to accord it to the company at a moment. Instead, the investors are unwilling to accord any higher valuation to Meesho, which was valued 4.9 billion last month due to a monthly burn rate of 46 million. It means every month the company is burning 46 million. So it's a common sense that this 4.9 billion to 8 billion, how accurate is these numbers? To conclude, I don't think the worst is yet to come. I think the worst has already started for Indian startup. Thousands of jobs would cut very soon. You will see that the companies are spending heavily in the IPL matches, Indian Premier League and all these kind of sports events. And they are cutting thousands of jobs. More job mess is on the card. Indian startup ecosystem, I again repeat, Indian startup ecosystem means not the companies who are profitable. So profitable companies always grow like Zerodha. I'm talking about loss making, huge mess on the cards. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number 9899242978. Let me repeat 9899242978.